will be made by defense lawyers that my client can't get a fair trial because there's been so much pre-trial publicity that we need to change venue. We need to move this case to Northern District of Montana. If there is a Northern District, I think there's only one district, where you might get a fair trial. But I don't think judges are going to be swayed by that because the allegations are focused on New York, and juries have never been exposed for prejudice in some of the major cases this country has seen for the last 100 years.
Right, and the DA, you can't move it to Montana if it's a state case. It's got to stay in the state. You could move up to Albany. There's a friendlier crew of potential jury pool there, but
every defense lawyer in the state can't get a fair trial in New York. That's not going to fly.
Yeah, OJ got a jury, Casey Anthony got a jury. I always say, don't ever tell me you can't get a jury. You can get a jury. If OJ can get a jury, you can get a jury. Okay, I've got this other question for you. I only have 2 minutes, but I got to get you on this. So, is this case winnable? Given, I have not read all 270 plus pages of this. I will by the end of the week, hopefully. But what I saw laid out, just in the fairly brief news conference, laying out the highlights, made me think that she's really connected the dots, and already she's sort of taken a, mega blaster to what would be Donald Trump's defense, which is, I have advisors. The advisors tell me what to do. I do that. Call the advisors if you have a problem with what's happened. The problem is that she says she's got the receipt saying the advisors told him to do this, and he yanged instead of yinged. So isn't that kind of the smoking gun on a civil case, the paper trail?
Well, the short answer is yes and no. The yes is that it is a case where she apparently has devoted an enormous amount of staff to look at this. It's been going on for 3 years plus. She has subpoenaed thousands, millions of documents, and they've spent their time on it. That is a problem for them because they have to present that case, which is terribly complicated, to a jury. On the other hand, they don't have to win every count in the civil complaint. If they get 1 or 2 here, that might be enough to impose the sanctions that the AG is looking for. You don't have to hit 1,000. Batting 330 is pretty good. And if she wins some of those counts, that might be just enough. As for trying to get rid of the case, it's not going to be easy because everything we've all heard and read, it's a very tight organization. It's not a public company. And there are very few people in a position, from what I've read, I think the public has read, that everything runs through the Trumps. Their decisions are made.
Ira Sorkin, I have 20 seconds left, but I have to ask you, if someone knocks on your door from the Trump world and asks you if you'll represent him in this, given the background that you've got, would you take this case?
If I don't have any conflicts, the answer is everybody's entitled to a defense. I've represented some people who've done some very bad things. I was a prosecutor. I prosecuted people who've done things. Mr. Trump is entitled to the best defense he can get. The problem he's run into, of course, is that he apparently doesn't listen to his lawyers, those who are bad and those who are good. So you're dealing with a very difficult client in trying to guide him in the defense of this case.
I'll take that as a yes.
The answer is yes.
Okay. I love hearing that because I'm a big fan of lawyers and I'm a big fan of why this country is great, and that is that we are all entitled to a defense and we're innocent until proven guilty. Ira Sorkin, thank you. I hope you'll come back again.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Cheers. Okay, so Silicon Vladimir Putin is making the ultimate threat if things don't go his way in Ukraine, and his people are running for the hills. More specifically, running out of the country. Flights are sold out as Russians try to flee, and Putin says his worst nuclear weapons are now at the ready. So what happens now? That's next.
If you had advanced non-small cell lung cancer. Your first treatment could be a chemo-free combination of 2 immunotherapies that works differently. It could mean a chance to live longer. Opdivo plus Yervoy is for adults newly diagnosed with non-small cell lung cancer that is spread, tests positive for PD-L1, and does not have an abnormal EGFR or ALK gene. Together, Opdivo plus Yervoy helps your immune system launch a response that fights cancer in 2 different ways. Opdivo plus Yervoy equals a chance for more time together, more family time, more time to remember. Opdivo and Yervoy can cause your immune system to harm healthy parts of your body during and after treatment. These problems can be severe and lead to death. See your doctor right away if you have a cough, chest pain, shortness of breath, irregular heartbeat, diarrhea, constipation, severe stomach pain, nausea or vomiting, dizziness, fainting, eye problems, extreme tiredness, changes in appetite, thirst or urine, rash, itching, confusion, memory problems, muscle pain or weakness, joint pain, flushing or fever. These are not all the possible side effects. Problems can occur together and more often when Opdivo is used with Yervoy. Tell your doctor about all medical conditions, including immune or nervous system problems, if you've had or plan to have an organ or stem cell transplant or received breast radiation. Here's to a chance to live longer. Ask your doctor about the combination of 2 immunotherapies, Opdivo plus Yervoy. Thank you to all those in our clinical trials.
I'll pick this one up. I earn 3% cash back on dining, including takeout with Chase Freedom Unlimited. So, it's not a problem at all. You guys aren't going to give me a fake bill fight?
Come on, Kev. You're earning 3% cash back.
Humor me.
Where's my wallet? Where's my wallet? I gave it to you. It's the, that's not even
No, no, stop. I insist. That was good, though. Earn big time with Chase Freedom Unlimited with no annual fee. How do you cash back? Chase, make more of what's yours.
It's back, America. Applebee's all-you-can-eat boneless wings, just $12.99.
With Mucinex All-in-One, you've got unbeatable relief from your worst cold and flu symptoms. So when you need to show your cold who's boss, grab Mucinex All-in-One and get back to your rhythm. Feel the power. Beat the symptoms fast.
I just switched to Verizon Business Unlimited. It is just right for my little business.
We switched too.
Unlimited premium data, unlimited hotspot data.
500 sale is on point.
Switch to Verizon Business Unlimited today from the network America relies on.
Attention Marines and family members who spent time at Camp Lejeune.
If you spent time on base at Camp Lejeune prior to 1988 and developed any of these cancers or suffered any of these injuries, you may be eligible for significant financial compensation. Call Camp Lejeune victims to discuss your case now.
Leaking underground tanks contaminated the drinking water with benzene and other highly carcinogenic chemicals up to 280 times acceptable levels in some instances.
There have been numerous reported cases of exposed personnel developing cancer and other serious health conditions. It is critical to take action and call Camp Lejeune victims now.
If you or someone you know spent time at Camp Lejeune before 1988 and you developed any of these cancers or injuries, call to determine your eligibility for financial compensation now. If you don't win, you pay nothing.
Call 800-648-0162. That's 800-648-0162.
Seems like things are very complicated these days. Are you sure you're doing that right? No. That's why Spectrum Mobile makes mobile easy. With unlimited data and nationwide 5G for $29.99 a month per line when you get 2 or more lines. So no added taxes, no hidden fees, and no contracts. Just $29.99. It's simple. It's just a coffee.
Decaf, half calf, cloud roasted.
I'll just do a water then.
Artisanal water, spring water, babbling brook.
One simple. Get unlimited data and nationwide 5G for $29.99. Call, click, or visit a Spectrum store today.
For 45 years, Safe Connections' mission has been to reduce the impact and incidence of relationship violence and sexual assault through prevention, education, 24-hour crisis intervention, counseling, and support services. Recognizing what intimate partner and domestic abuse looks like will help put an end to the abuse. To learn more about Safe Connections, visit safeconnections.org or call 314-531-2003.
So breaking news for you tonight, a lot of breaking news tonight, but this one is about the January 6th committee and who the next person is going to testify, and it's a big one. Judge Clarence Thomas, Supreme Court Justice, has a wife named Ginny Thomas, conservative activist, and she's been connected through text messages to a lawyer that was advising Trump, John Eastman. The problem is that lawyer had been pushing Mike Pence to not certify the election on January 6th. And so the January 6th committee really wanted to talk to Ginny about that, about the communications. Ginny Thomas, the Supreme Court Justice's wife, about those conversations with that conservative lawyer who wanted Mike Pence not to certify the election. And now Ginny Thomas has agreed to testify before the January 6th committee. And this has been a long time coming, so it's big breaking news, and it's going to really be a big deal tomorrow. So we'll continue to watch for what happens there. And that's the New York Times tonight, by the way. So then there's this other story: more troops, more threats, and a really unpopular announcement. Vladimir Putin, with a new plan to conquer Ukraine, or at least reverse a long stretch of humiliating setbacks there. He took the rare step today of addressing his nation, mostly to announce a military draft for the first time since 2002. He said he's mobilizing as many as 100,000 reservists, which could mean pretty much any man between the ages of 18 and 27, he said. However, men under the age of 60 are now forbidden from buying flights out of the country. How about that? Putin also railed against the West for supplying Ukraine with all the weapons that have been causing so many problems for him. And then he dusted off this very familiar but still unthinkable threat. Have a listen.
Our country also has a variety of weapons of destruction, and in some areas even more modern than those in NATO countries. We will, without question, use all the means at our disposal to protect Russia and our people. This is not a bluff.
And while Putin was digging in on the airwaves, President Biden took to the ultimate world stage. There he is at the UN General Assembly today, saying that Putin aimed to extinguish Ukraine's right to exist, and he called on the world to stand in solidarity against Putin. Tonight, thousands of Putin's own people are rising up against him in the streets over this military draft. And thousands of them are getting out while they can. Airplane tickets to Turkey and Armenia, where Russians can still go without a visa, those sold out in minutes for thousands of dollars. One travel site even has a search option called Wherever I Can Go. When we come back, where does Vladimir Putin go? Where does he go from here? And why can't seemingly healthy and pampered Russian business tycoons manage to stay alive? Yet another one's turned up dead, and this one is in a very new and creative way. I'll tell you how next.
In this market, you'll find Fisher Investments is different than other money managers.
Different how? We all just look for the hottest stocks.
Nope, we use diversified strategies to position our clients' portfolios for their long-term goals.
But you still sell investments that generate high commissions for you, right?
No, we don't sell commission products. We're a fiduciary, obligated to act in our clients' best interest.
So when do you make more money? Only when your clients make more money?
Yep, we do better when our clients do better. At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different.
You be the judge. Nutrisystem has answered the bell with menu items that are new for 2022. Our most satisfying weight loss plan ever, including new premium meals that are big and filling, with up to 30 grams of protein.
I jumped right in and lost 127 pounds.
The new skillet meals are amazing.
And the extra protein gives you a ton of energy.
And we're bringing the taste of your favorite restaurant meals right to your home. Perfectly portioned with half the calories.
I can eat a burrito. I get to satisfy my cravings.
The secret is science-based on the latest discoveries. A high-protein, low-glycemic approach to help keep your blood sugar levels steady as you lose weight. Just like always, you get your meals and snacks delivered free with a money-back guarantee. Act now and save big with 50% off all plans.
I lost 40 pounds, 67 pounds.
55 pounds with Nutrisystem. Go online or call 888-894-FEED-FIT to get 50% off all plans.
She was supposed to be one. I used to believe in the Lord. And then I realized there's plenty of savings in the sea. Amazon has daily deals, so every day is a chance to meet the deal that catches your eye, that shakes your soul, that changes your destiny. I'm going to go check on those tater tots.
Learn all the ways to save with Amazon.
When moderate to severe ulcerative colitis persists, put it in check with Rinvoq, a once-daily pill.
When UC got unpredictable, I got rapid symptom relief with Rinvoq. Check.
When UC held me back, I got lasting steroid-free remission with Rinvoq. Check.
And when UC got the upper hand, Rinvoq helped physically repair the colon lining.
Check. rapid symptom relief, lasting steroid-free remission, and a chance to visibly repair the colon lining. Check, check, and check.
Rinvoq will lower your ability to fight infections, including TB, serious infections and blood clots, some fatal, cancers, including lymphoma and skin cancer, death, heart attack, stroke, and tears in the stomach or intestines occur. People 50 and older with at least one heart disease risk factor have higher risks. Don't take if allergic to Rinvoq, as serious reactions can occur. Tell your doctor if you are or may become pregnant.
Put UC in check and keep it there with Rinvoq.
Ask your gastroenterologist about Rinvoq and learn how AbbVie could help you save.
Experian Marketplace puts all the information in one place, which makes it really easy for you to compare the cards that I'm pre-approved for. Experian is amazing.
With Experian, everyone gets their FICO score free. Then nearly 80% get pre-approved credit card offers. Download the Experian app now.
With less moderate to severe eczema, why hide your skin if you can help heal your skin from within? Dupixent helps keep you one step ahead of eczema with clearer skin and less itch.
Hide my skin? Not me.
Serious allergic reactions can occur. They can be severe. Tell your doctor about new or worsening eye problems such as eye pain or vision changes, including blurred vision, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines without talking to your doctor. Ask your doctor about Dupixent. With Mucinex All-in-One, you've got unbeatable relief from your worst cold and flu symptoms. So when you need to show your cold who's boss, grab Mucinex All-in-One and get back to your rhythm. Feel the power. Beat the symptoms fast.
Tomorrow morning, UN Ambassador and National Security Advisor John Bolton will join News Nation. He's going to discuss the war in Ukraine, President Biden's message to the world, and the threats our country is facing right now. Tune in live for that conversation with News Nation's Arnie Hughes, starting at 10 a.m., 9 Central. Tonight, Russians are risking jail time to protest Vladimir Putin's announcement of a military draft. Jonathan Sanders is a former Moscow correspondent for CBS News and the author of The Russians Emerge, and he joins me live tonight. So, okay, Jonathan, I've got to ask you about this business about threatening that he would use all of his nuclear arsenal, is not bluffing, upset with the West for helping Ukraine. Clearly, he's back on his heels. But I worry about this whole bluff business, because he's done this before, and when he says he isn't bluffing, he usually isn't.
Actually, I think that's right. And Putin released today a blunderbuss of bellicosity. And in that blunderbuss of bellicosity were several different messages. One message was clearly aimed at this week, when they're going to try and have elections in the part of the territory that Russia has already seized. And when he says he's going to use any means necessary to defend the territorial integrity of Russia, he is specifically thinking about these parts where there's going to be a fake election. They're going to say, yes, we all want to be Russians, and then he wants us, A, not to interfere with those elections, and B, once that happens, that we can't attack them. That's part of what he was